Yeah, we do have quite a bit of density and population moving into the downtown core. So we are enhancing our streetcar fleet. We're adding new streetcars, which will be double the capacity of our current streetcar fleet, which will help maintain and move the number of people that we're seeing now on transit in the downtown area. Well, what we're doing for the Yonge-University-Spadina Line is we're introducing new subway cars. Now, those subway cars have increased capacity than the existing cars. In addition to that, we are upgrading our signal system. So we not only now can run cars with more capacity, we'll be able to run those cars closer together. Of course, that won't really solve all our congestion solutions, so we now also need to be looking at a downtown relief line, which again, although it's called the downtown relief line, it's really intended to serve the suburban commuters because they won't have to take the line over to Yonge Street and go south on Yonge. They'll be able to go south into the downtown from Pape Station. Well, I think the downtown people are recognizing that if we're going to expand the system and even build the subway north of Steeles, that we can't do that unless we have relief capacity on the existing line. And so even with the new subway cars and the new signal system, that won't be enough to support the increased ridership that we have. So people are recognizing that if we actually want to expand the system, the best way to do it is to build the downtown relief line. And that won't just serve the needs of Toronto commuters, it will actually help the region as well. Again, the downtown relief line is the city's, from my perspective, top transit priority because it is so critical to the system, not just to our existing system, but also to the region. The Yonge-University-Spadina Line is at capacity, and we see that there is crowding at Eglinton and at Bloor. And in order to help alleviate some of that, we need to be building additional relief capacity through the downtown relief line. Yeah, I mean, the reality is we need to build our system, and it's not building our system, it's not just one line. And so if we were going to build a subway in Scarborough, it would be the extension of the Bloor-Danforth line up to Shepherd. And because that has the sufficient capacity to warrant the investment of a subway. And certainly I could support Mayor Ford on that initiative. But we also have the need to start planning and building for the downtown relief line, because if we're going to achieve what we want to as a region and as a city, we need to have that relief capacity. Yeah, so we do need to expand our transportation out to Liberty Village, there's no question, and we will see that there will be improved transit through the new introduction of the new streetcars. But what we are seeing is that there is increased density in the eastern section of the city, and that there is high ridership in that area. So really what we want to look at it as not the only portion of the downtown relief line, but the first piece. Well, I believe that if we're going to fund the new infrastructure, we're going to have to find a way to pay for it. And our existing revenue is not sufficient to meet our current demands, let alone allow us to invest in new infrastructure. So as a city and as a region and as a province, we are going to be faced with how are we going to raise the required funds. And so I think it's a good first step that Metrolinx is acknowledging that we need to look at new revenue sources. Well, the federal government has just announced a building fund, and so there's a motion at Council, seconded by Councillor Adam Bond, which asks the city manager to put together a list of priorities that are eligible for federal funding, and high on the list, my expectation will include the downtown relief line and the Gardner. So getting the federal government to the table, I think, will be an important component of being able to actually build it and get it funded. But as well, with Metrolinx talking about their funding tools, I think really that the time is, the momentum is on our side, and the time is now for really this project to become a shovel-ready project.